Hello, we meet again along the bending road. Remember, no matter where you go in life, two things are for certain. One, you will eventually come to a bend in the road. And two, God will always see you through. If you're watching on YouTube, would you hit that thumbs up button? You can also click the subscribe button so that you will know when I upload my next video. In this way, we work together to encourage each other as we travel life and navigate the bends in our road.
Good morning, or good afternoon, or good evening, whenever you're watching today. Welcome to the Bending Road. I'm glad you have found us on Fridays rather than Mondays, because it's good to be together along the Bending Road. I have been thinking about the bucket list. Do you have a bucket list? Do you have that list of things that you want to do someday, that you need to check these things off and just are excited about doing, planning for, dreaming about? We have a couple. I want to see the Grand Canyon. I want to camp near the Grand Canyon. I also want to be in the Arizona desert where it's just totally black, and when I look up in the sky, I can see all of the stars. I want to see that, and I want to watch it move. I want to see the Aurora Borealis. I want to just see all these natural wonders in our world. So those are a couple of things that I would like to do. And I know Dave has some of his bucket list items, and we'll work on that. Well, we're dreaming about it. It's just in a dreaming stage right now, but we're excited. So do you have a bucket list? What are your goals along the bending road? Is righteousness on that list? I was posed with that question the other day. How can a Christian, a lover of God, a follower of Christ, not have righteousness on their bucket list? And I've been thinking about this. I'm not sure we ever think about putting righteousness on that bucket list. But in Matthew, it says, seek first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, and all these things will be added unto you. What he's saying is, don't worry about food and drink. Don't worry about your clothes, what you're going to wear. Seek first the kingdom and righteousness. Well, we worry about checking off our bucket list items, our climbing the mountains, running the races, swimming the oceans, whatever that is, sleeping in the desert. But do we worry about whether or not we are seeking the kingdom and righteousness? And this is not just a, gee, that would be nice. No, this is a committed to, this is a hunger for, this is a go after at all costs. And it's not a someday down the road, it's right now. We're called to do this right now. Matthew 5:6 says, blessed are those who hunger and thirst for righteousness, for they will be filled. It's also not just a surface level thing. A mountain climber would never be satisfied with just going and looking at the mountain. A runner would never be happy watching the Boston Marathon go by. No, that's not what it's about. In Matthew 5, it says, for I tell you that unless your righteousness surpasses that of the Pharisees and the teachers of the law, you will certainly not enter the kingdom of heaven. This is not just a surface level, maybe someday it would be cool. This is not something for us to stand by and just look at or to just watch go past us. No, this is something that we need to live into and surpass. We need to win. We need to not just try to climb that mountain. We need to get to the top. We need to not just run that race. We need to finish that race. We need to check these things off our bucket list now. It's interesting that in Psalm 69:9, it says, zeal for your house will consume me. And when Jesus was in the temple and he was clearing the tables of the money changers, it says that his disciples remembered that it says, zeal for your house will consume me. That's in John 2:17. They remembered that. And they applied that that phrase, that line, to what they were seeing that Jesus was doing. It was all consuming. It was a hunger. It was a thirst. It was a must-have. It was a seeking the kingdom and righteousness with everything you've got. Everything else is secondary. This is first. It's always most important. You know, we love to go and we love to check off our bucket list. I am glad that Jesus did not say, blessed are those who reach their goal. Blessed are those who reach the kingdom and righteousness, although I believe that's where we will go. That's what we should be focusing on. But he said, blessed are those who hunger and thirst for that, who have that all-consuming passion for righteousness, for the kingdom of God. So I just wondered today, are you watching righteousness and the kingdom of God go by? Is it on your bucket list as something, maybe someday I'll work toward that? Is it even on the radar as a possibility or something we need to work toward? I think as I read this, Jesus calls us to have an all-consuming passion to experience the kingdom of God and his righteousness now. This has really spoken to me, and it's really, I think, shifted my idea of where we need to be heading, what it means to seek first the kingdom of God and his righteousness. So where are you along this bending road? Is this on your bucket list? Is the kingdom and righteousness part of one of your goals to reach? Or are we all consumed with what we'll wear, what we'll eat, what we'll drink, and we have kind of forsaken the seeking first the kingdom of God? Something to think about. I think it's something important to think about. As you think about that, know that I am praying for you, and I appreciate your prayers for me as we work together along this bending road. I'll see you next week.
I am so glad you joined me this week. Let's work together along this journey. Connect with me on social media or on my website at bendingroad.weebly.com. Let me know how I can pray for you as you navigate the bends in your road. And I pray that when you see the bend in your road, you won't be afraid, but you will take the hand of God and keep walking. You are not alone.